Curt, what do you think? Zelensky says the US is putting unfair or disproportionate pressure on Ukraine. Is it? Is the US being a fair mediator?
I mean, I think generally speaking, I mean, Ukraine is welcome to negotiate on its own accord, but they're basically a protectorate of the United States and the West. And so there are conditions if they want continual U.S. military and diplomatic support. I will say this for, the Russian demands of territory they haven't conquered is, a little bit curious, but I think there's an expectation that their conquest of them are inevitable if this war unfortunately drags on, which I think it will. I think for Trump, what you hear there is a default sympathy for ending the war and a default directionality towards the Russian point of view, perhaps way more than most American mainstream politicians. But what is a major stumbling block is that Trump is an underratedly agreeable personality, and it doesn't seem likely, heading into 15 months of the Trump administration at this point, or 14 months of the Trump administration at this point, that Trump is just going to bail on Zelensky. He hasn't shown really the gumption to do that. If he was going to do that, I think when you saw the sort of great showdown between VP Vance and the Ukrainian president last year, meanwhile the war drags on, and so I think base case Trump is going to sort of gesticulate or genuflect towards the Russian position, but he's not going to completely cut bait on the Ukrainians, and so we're just mired in this morass.